course, now my music's not playing. We are back. Okay. Hold on. I'm trying to get my music going. I'm gonna play someone different anyways. What was it? Here we go. We be back. Okay. I have to reline, guys, because the quality of the original canvas was doo-doo. Hey, Cat Eternity. Yeah, of course. Feel free to submit a prayer request. I hope everything's okay. Um, It is not good to completely seclude yourself. I know it's easier said than done. I'm not sure what you're going through right now, but please do, um, you know, talk to someone close to you, someone you can vent to and whatnot. And of course, we'll keep you in prayer. It's never good to, um, coop yourself up because I know what that's like. My friends have seen it drop off the face of the earth. Oh, I see. Um, ugh, I Yeah, I wish I could give some sort of advice. I would say definitely take time to reflect on things and focus on yourself. But I know that's hard if you don't have anyone to like talk to. I do want to try to keep things positive. Um, so if you want, you can definitely, at your own discretion, open up. But I would definitely encourage not trauma dumping too much. Whatever it is, I do hope it gets better. You're bouncing around streams. I mean, that's fair. like I said, you're definitely free to open up about it at your own discretion, as long as it's not to the degree where it's I guess TMI. I'm usually pretty good with that. Like I could handle certain sensitive details, so it's up to you if you want to talk about it or not. No, yeah, I'm like I don't know how to say it. Allowing you to vent if you need to vent. Granted, I'm not going to have the answers you're seeking though, so if you need someone to, you know, hear you out for the lack of a better term, then yeah, by all means. What you did or said, um, here's something that I've experienced, and maybe it could apply to you. I'm not sure, but when I was in a very bad place in life, especially if like I was like coping with something very personal that I didn't know how to like think positively. Friends could read that. Now, I'm not sure if it's to the degree if they like ghosted you or if like they just don't talk to you anymore or if you're the one that has to like reach out to them constantly. Whatever the case, if they sense some sort of like negative um energy or like negative composure coming from you, then maybe that's why they're distancing or creating distance from you. You always have to reach out to them, then that's not real friends. That's not good. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm guilty of that kind of thing too. You don't think you can approach them about it? Well, I don't think you should be afraid, and it's okay if, you know, you're upfront to them about how you feel. I've been in that position so many times, even now sometimes. Like I reach out to people and the lack of reciprocation is really bad. And I deal with that on a personal level. So I understand what that's like. But at the same time I've learned to kind of like I don't know, be more I guess more on the introverted side because like I've been through my share of people not really like showing that they care back. Um and that's of course obviously not everybody that I came to know in my life because I have very close friends, but I don't have a lot of close friends. Um my close friends is like maybe like two. One of them is actually in my server. I'm not gonna name drop though. Well, here's the thing, right? You can't just because people are not interacting with you or reaching out to you back does not mean you're a bad person. Um, I definitely think maybe it could be low self esteem. Could be Again, maybe you're not in a good place right now mentally. You could be going through a rough patch, I'm not sure. But I think right now, of course, when you take the time to reflect and everything and to clear your head and whatnot, I definitely think it's important to focus on yourself first before worrying about others. Because the more you dwell and worry about others, the more it's going to just make you feel worse about yourself. All your friends seem to have depression, then that's their own battle to fight. And I know that might sound a little bit harsh, but just like anybody who goes through depression, they have to go through their emotions, they have to go through whatever it is that they're being challenged through. All you could really do in that at that point is pray for them, because if you let depression control you, you're never going to move on from it. I think people have different ways of interpersonal interacting, especially on messaging apps like Discord. I have friends I know are good, and when we talk outside of Discord, like in stream and stuff, it's very active and fun. But in Discord, it takes a while for them to respond to stuff or say anything. Listen, I have mutuals on my server that I used to interact with through voice chat. But DMs, I'm really bad. I'm really bad at responding to DMs, mainly because yes, I see your messages. Yes, I acknowledge what you're saying to me, but my personal life is so occupied. I'm so, you know, um like I'm so occupied with my own personal life that sometimes I can't take the time to message back. But those who do know me know that, like, you know, I acknowledge what's being sent to me, and I get to it when I get to it, and they're very understanding. But yeah, the whole thing with like depression and whatnot, whether you're going through it or your friends are going through it, that's a personal battle that you have to overcome. And the only way I kind of overcame that was slowly going back to sharpening my faith in God, and going back to fellowship and interacting with people who have similar views and core values as me. That's like the part of me I've lost in myself before. Like around 2022, 2023, that's where I was like slowly trying to rediscover my faith and, go back to believing and whatnot, because I really couldn't, be in a more level-headed mindset than I am now if I didn't go back to um sharpening my faith and whatnot, and interacting with other people who have been raised around those values. If they have depression, the best you can do is be there for them when you can. You can help a little, but it's up to them to overcome it. Saying this as someone who has pushed a lot of people, yeah, exactly. And I feel like that's what I did with my own close friends, because I was in such a low in my life that, like, I kind of clung to them. I wanted their attention. I wanted to just hang out with them and spend time with them. But at the same time, it's like I'm sure they get tired of me. They get tired of being around someone who is negative, and I was that negative person. So the negative person, without realizing it, is pushing those people close to them away, because they're just constantly in a negative mindset. They're constantly in their comfort zone. They're not doing anything to improve themselves. and I was in that position. But I'm sorry you're going through that, Kat. Um, the best I can really do is that you focus on yourself, though. That's probably like the main thing I would say. I know it's obviously easier said than done, but you really just you just got to do it. You really just got to do it. It's honestly not something that like improves by tomorrow. I guarantee you that it takes time. It definitely takes time. So, take things one step at a time. Do what you love. If you love drawing or whatever your hobbies are, maybe do a little bit of that. See where it takes you. And go out and meet other friends, make new friends. But, that has to start with you, whatever you're comfortable with first. Then, at some point you'll be, um, you got to build up your confidence first and foremost. So if you don't have confidence, you can't make new friends, you know? Or if you're single, I've been in that boat. Like, if you're single and you don't have confidence and stuff to make a move on someone, then, maybe you're not ready for the dating world and stuff. And I know this is irrelevant to dating, but confidence plays a big role in doing anything. That's why I bring that up. You gave up on dating a long time ago. Well, again, sometimes we all need time for ourselves. Sometimes we all just need to work on ourselves before we even worry about taking care of someone else. I had that mindset at one point. Like I'm with Dewquag, and that don't mean I stop focusing on myself. But some people don't realize that even if they're with somebody, you know, you gotta focus on yourself. It doesn't stop when you're dating someone, for sure. It doesn't end there. And whatever your goals are, the only person that would be stopping you is yourself. And I think that's one of the hard to swallow things that my boss has told me too. Is that, confidence is key to getting better at anything. And the only person that stops you is yourself. Instead of falling into depression because of these friends disappearing on me, ghosting me, they are in each other's streams but never mine. And they don't do certain things around me to watch certain movies around me. Once I'm in the call, they say Cat is here and dip. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, Cat. I'm gonna sound the best, but sometimes groups split. I've had many friend groups separate at different times for multiple reasons. I took the time to focus on myself and spend time in God's word. Yes. So I know it's a I'm not liked. So I know it's a I'm not liked thing. Okay. Let's see. It does. I've actually been pushing myself lately, trying to reach out to new spaces and have made a few new people I am talking to and hanging out with similar interests. We hold ourselves back a lot. As the saying goes, we are our worst enemies, yeah. I've probably dealt with that when I was little, when I was more in like middle school, elementary school. But they would say like, "Oh, name drop. I'm not gonna name drop, but they would say my real name and that I'm gross or I'm contagious or something like that. And they would like space out from me and I would be the only person sitting alone. Um so I mean, I don't get that so much in more recent times, but I definitely have been in that position. But yeah, create distance from those who talk to you like that. Um that's how you know that they're not your true friends. And like you said, since basing it on people that only talk to you when you reach out to them, I feel like those are not real friends. Well, yeah, you have to create that distance. There's nothing wrong with that. You're not letting anybody win by doing that. Um though I think if it really gets to you, I do think it's worth confronting. Like, hey, why are you talking about me like this? Why are you saying that whenever I join a call? Um, I don't appreciate that I'm being treated this way, you know? You can't be afraid with that type of thing. You have to call it out. Yeah, be upfront about your feelings because if you keep letting it um if you keep allowing them to step on you like that, it's going to pile up and it's going to hurt you. So don't wait till it piles up. No, Cat. If they are seeing it that way, then that's them admitting that they are the problem. So if that's the conclusion that they draw, if you are upfront to them, then that's how you know that they are the problem. They're the ones saying these nasty things to you if they say that in response. I would say definitely see what happens if you bring it up to them. And if that's what they say, you won. You were right. And you could walk away with that answer, knowing that answer, and you could, move on and, you know, meet other people, meet more people, make new friends. I mean, nothing should be stopping you from making new friends now, but I think you get what I mean. Mhm. I mean, I've dealt with a toxic coworker just a few months back. You know how close I was to leaving that job because one person was ruining it for me and making it hard for me to even enjoy my job? Like, I didn't want to think that, like, no, am I the one that's messing up over here? Am I the one that's like really that bad at my job? It's like, no, this person's just making it hard for me to enjoy my job and making it hard for me to learn. Because how can I learn in this environment that I'm in if one person who is, one, partially jealous, two, is, you know, not acknowledging the fact that everybody learns differently, three, is so far up their butt that they cannot reflect on the things that they are saying wrong and doing wrong to others. And that's what I had to deal with at my job. And I had to put up with this person saying playfully, and I kid you not, quote unquote, playfully said that they would kill me. And I had to confront her multiple times. And I was afraid. And she's like 10 plus years younger than me, but she was a scary person. In my opinion, she was a scary person. I still went up to her and said, "I don't appreciate the way you are talking to me. I don't appreciate the way you are talking to me. If you want me to learn something properly, then show me without getting all upset about it." It's like, I'm sorry, you have to be patient with new people. I don't care how long you've been anywhere, you need to be patient. Oh no, this person left. This person left months ago now. But she was almost pretty much the reason why I was getting to the point where I wanted to leave the job. But I'm still at the same job. I'm good. Like, I'm so much better mentally now since she left. But before, it was getting very hard for me to have any type of enjoyment from my job because I loved it starting off, and then as months went by, it was like affecting me emotionally and probably physically too, because like I would just be depressed when I get home, or I would be crying when I got home. That's how bad it was. But at the end of the day, it came to find out that that person was definitely going through a rough patch personally, and that's too obvious because it will reflect on their emotions. It will reflect on the way they act towards other people. It's like it's just so telling. So it wasn't me that had a lot to sort out. Yes, I had a lot to learn, but I was in a good place because I enjoyed and I enjoy my job. It just takes one person to shut that all down for you to shut down all that enjoyment, all that like happiness and stuff, all because that they're personally going through something bad. Sorry, I went off rambling there, but I hope that like um helps in some way as far as like confronting people because you definitely need to step up if it's getting to you. it, Listen, it's through the love of God that I'm so forgiving towards other people, and uh I wouldn't say I'm lenient. I will call somebody out if they're being disrespectful towards me, but my whole thing is that okay, you're going through this tough time at home. That's why you are feeling the way you're feeling at work. But see, here's the thing, right? I understand, but leave your shit at home. Don't bring it to work, and vice versa. Just like when you go home and there's problems at work, leave your shit at work. Because it's two separate environments. No one needs to know. No one needs to see these problems written all over your demeanor and your emotions. Leave your shit wherever it is. Welcome back. And some of the music is looping, but it's fine. I like them. I like what's this? What is the name of this band? I'm a fake fan now. Florence and the Machine. Let me go back to the chat real quick because I know I rambled there for a few minutes. By the way, I meant to say this earlier, but I had a lot of other things that distracted me. So I'm so far loving the Discord community you made. Yours is very serene, homely server, a lot like the shrines it's based on. And I feel like I'm making instant friends with every new face I meet. That's good. I'm glad, Pathfinder. I think my test is this question. Are we friends? Are you asking me? Well, I barely interacted with you, Kat, if you're asking me. So, I mean, you seem very nice. You seem very genuine. I'm sure if we got to talk more, I would definitely would love to see where things go. And yeah, I'm happy you take the time to watch my streams and you seem, you seem nice. Um, I'll pray for your job setting and for the people who you work with who's giving you a rough time. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I already confirmed that. Like, that's already passed now. That's how I felt, but I eventually spoke up, and I have one friend that's from that group that I really consider a friend. If I left the group without saying anything, I would have lost him, and along with them, definitely take time to pray and reflect on it. Yeah. I know they're going through tough times, so I think I'm gonna just leave the group and let them contact me if they ever want to. Yeah, I mean, do what you gotta do. Definitely do what you gotta do. I suppose we can call that divine providence and care, the care of a father to his daughter. At this point, it's do what you want, guys. I'm not trying anymore. So many people take their issues out on others, even if they don't realize it. Refresh because stream buffer, even if ads are buffering. I feel the call of God pulling me toward him. My friends don't like God, so therefore I'm probably not liked. Just because you're feeling rough at home doesn't mean you should let others load with you. This particular song goes hard though, not gonna lie. It's a good song. Yeah, that's why that's why Paladin, forgive my language, but that's why I literally said leave your shit at home or leave your shit at work or leave your shit in your trunk. Because sometimes these people they just bring all their drama, they trauma dump, and it's just like, let's say they bring it to work. I'm like, I just work here, man. I don't need to know your whole freaking life story. I don't need to know who you broke up with. I don't need to know who you slept with. Like, please leave me alone. I just work here. punishment for allowing a creep into the server, and he threatened to kick me. I was vindicated when said person exposed minors of, oh, yeah, I remember you told me the story. I grew closer to God, I grew further from said group. Yeah. If you were reading to me before reading what you did before the reread of the prayer comment, thank you. I really just would always try to being that kind to everyone as much as possible, even with the bad that comes of it. Yeah. Hmm. Well, if you don't mind me asking, what makes you not liked? And why do you think they don't like you? Is it because you're open about your beliefs? Or is it for like more personal reasons that you're not going to disclose? Again, you don't have to tell me. You don't have to open up. I'm just curious as to why these people are like drawing these conclusions about you and like what makes them not like you per se. We'll go to a vision before hanging in your stream tonight. I saw a pink heart with a split down and aw. And I felt a pillar of sorrows out of nowhere. I checked Discord to find out all of them are having depression. Yeah, again, that's their own personal battle. They have to sort that out. They could get all the advice in the world. It's really up to them what they want to do with it. I could complain that I'm depressed, and what am I doing? Just sitting there is not gonna help me. You love God. Okay. Then let them not like you. Let them create this false version of you. That's what people do. That's what people do, especially if you're spiritual and you're a Christian. It's really the Christians that suffer at the end of the day. But here's the thing though, right? I I could make this argument, but at the same time it probably wouldn't work. But I feel like you don't have to be a Bible scholar per se, or like you don't need to be uh I don't know. It sounds like a cliche thing to say, but I feel like you don't need to be super religious to respect someone else's belief. You're just trying to be genuine. You're just trying to be transparent. You're trying to spread the word of God. And people just get all sensitive and insecure about it if you tell the truth to them. Curiously, haven't. Curiously, I haven't gotten much hate in all my time interacting with people aside from the occasional political disagreement, as I hold more conservative views and sometimes, but not as often, my Christian faith. It's the politics related stuff that gets me actual dislike, though, I think. I tried to change myself to fit in, but I felt God get angry, so I reflected on that and decided that I side with God instead of them. If they should talk God knowing your beliefs, then they don't respect you. Yep. 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 This. And besides, even if you don't agree, learning about different theologies can be fascinating. I know I enjoy learning about theologies different than mine. Definitely don't change yourself to fit in with those kinds of people. Yeah. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, I still struggle with swearing too. So I feel like that's one of the hardest things to break. But the main thing that counts is you're making an effort to change that. Well, Kat, I don't expect you to take my advice, but do consider that it is very unhealthy to hold things in. And I believe it's very important that you confront whoever is making you feel uncomfortable or feel like you're being either degraded or disrespected. Like, no one deserves to go through that. And I think, despite whatever the result is, I still think you should bring it up to them. Whoever is saying these nasty things to you or being disrespectful towards you, bring it up, see what happens. And if they're like denying it and playing the victim and blaming you instead, then, that's just them showing their true colors to you. So, whatever the case, I'm sure you'll get your answer. I was really sharing because of those people I wanted to fit in so bad, but nothing I did or said brought their attention. Yeah. Yeah, they truly care. They will have a discussion with you about your issues. Yeah. I already feel better discussing this with you. That's good. I'm glad I'm able to I don't know, make an impact on your life. uh I'm glad I'm able to give some sort of advice. And yeah, it's up to you what you decide to do. I will definitely pray for you, but ultimately the ball is in your court. Again, I'm not going to have all the answers to every type of situation, but I definitely feel for you in dealing with people like that who lack the reciprocation of, like, you know interacting with you, and you being the only one to reach out. I definitely have been there, and I understand that very well. um Honestly, I do try, but I, for one, think I'm still in my growing pains era of Christian life. I genuinely believed my whole life, but only last year I decide to actually go way deeper and actually read the Bible rather than just rely on adaptations. I still need refinement and learning, and I need to learn how to rely on God and not just myself. It's always a learning experience. I don't think anybody really has it 100% figured out. And again, I don't know how the saying goes, but the path to heaven is a narrow one. It's definitely a narrow path. So I mean, yeah, we have so much to learn, so much we need to reflect on, and there is so much that we're flawed in. I think we're the ones that really struggle the most because we want to stand by the truth, and when we try to spread the truth to others, it's a very hard thing to go through because not everybody takes it. Um, not everyone takes it lightly. I know the issue is me being Christian and they're not. I think we can definitely hang out with non-believers. Um, I feel like there's just a severe lack of respect towards believers and, well, Christianity in general. There's so much lack of respect and uh value towards Christian people, even if someone is an atheist or you're Wiccan or whatever, they decide to believe. From my experience, nothing you can do will make people like you genuinely if they don't. So it's not worth pretending for their attention. As someone who never really had many friends but have interacted in lots of communities and stuff, I felt a lot of pressure to change and pretend to like certain things just to get some kind of interaction I saw others get. Even when I did, they still didn't actually care for me in the end. Yeah. Like, hey, I I would say I'm definitely part of the art community, but if I stuck to um drawing from one fandom, for example, I feel like that would be me like just trying to fit in so I can be liked and get reception and numbers from that fandom. And I'm just like, no, this is not my purpose. Like, yes, I like this fandom, but like there's more to what I can do as an artist and someone who streams. Same thing with like VTubing, I don't identify myself as a VTuber, but because I use a PNG, they put that under the VTuber umbrella, and I just never referred to myself as that. But the thing is, it's like I'm not doing this to be liked by other VTubers or the VTuber community. I'm doing this because I want to promote my art. I use a mascot to represent my art, and I just, I here's the thing, I was not fully open about my beliefs on my streams, and now I'm like more open about it more than I ever was on the internet in general. So I mean, that's really what I do. Um and just, you know, treating other people how I would want to be treated at the end of the day, because and we can't, control how other people do things. I should drink some water. Mhm. I hang out in spaces where everyone isn't a believer, but they are all really chill and respectful, even so. Um, you're promoting your art exceptionally. I'd say with the quality and lore you have, you build connections isn't because you're an anime woman. It's because you fellow believers love you for who you are. I mean, I don't know. To me, it's not a competition. Listen, I struggle also with like jealousy and stuff. I get jealous sometimes, but like maybe people do be out here with like, really cool VTuber models, and it's like I look at it, I'm like, hey, I want to be on that level and stuff. But like at the same time, it's definitely not a competition. It's not about who's the best streamer out there or the most attractive like looking model or uh person that streams and stuff. I really think it's just really just doing your own thing at the end of the day. Damn, I didn't even realize it's 10:55 already. See, adding on to what you're saying, Villainous, it's good that you're hanging out in communities that aren't like 100% Christian, but I feel like there is also that's also a hit or miss, mainly because um not that you let other people influence you to be a watered down Christian. It's really more of I guess they had like the tolerant mentality, and that can be very hindering to someone who's active in their Christian walk and their faith and whatnot. So, as long as you're being a good example of a Christian towards them, that's really the main thing that matters. But I feel like that could have its disadvantages because you put, a portion of a Christian community and a portion of like atheists, for example, or agnostics or Wiccans or whatever it is. I feel like it's going to be a little bit of a mess because it's like you're going to clash on certain things that you value and you're not going to agree. And, you know, I feel like the tolerant mentality would be very overwhelming when it comes to those uh, type of spaces. I don't know who that is, but sure, I could give them a shout out. I should really take down this redeem. Um, girl, you need better friends. You don't make move, I'll do it for you. Well, that's the thing. You shouldn't do it for. I don't think anyone should be doing it for you. You gotta build up that confidence, girl. You gotta go out there. You gotta go out there and, you know, it's not gonna fall on your lap. Let's see, it's hard to get over too. I used to be jealous, but not so much anymore. It took me a while to find my inner peace. I know what you are saying. It is something to look out for, yeah. Atomic mentality is the slipperyest slope of a mentality for a Christian to have. God calls us to love, but love means being firm and correcting in part. Yeah. And that's the problem with the tolerant group, is that, like, if you call them out on something that is morally wrong and biblically wrong, like, you yourself is observing it and you're living by it, right? And you call them out on that thing that they're doing wrong, they're gonna deflect that back at you and play the victim. That's the only problem with that. Well, one of the main problems with that. You can pause it if you want. Thank you. I'm not sure how you do that, but if you can do that, I'd appreciate that. Don't let her hit you where the good Lord split. Meaning, don't let the door hit you on the butt on the way. Yeah, yeah. I like that. The Tolerant Crew was only skin deep. South Park depicted them well. Oh, not South Park. Ugh. I don't like that show. I never liked that show. I never liked South Park. I never liked Beavis and Butthead. I never liked Robot Chicken. Those type of shows just, they're terrible. They're so bad. I'm not a fan of the humor. I can't do it. Especially since Robot Chicken mocked Passion of the Christ. Like, that like set it for me. That was bad. That was awful. Heading out now. Hope y'all have a great night. Definitely will keep y'all in my prayers. Okay. I hope you have a safe drive home. Let me know when you get back. There, I paused it. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I find it hard to like a show like South Park if you're a practicing Christian. And I know it's not the worst thing out there. I get it, but at the same time, like, how can that humor be so appealing for a Christian? Like, that's, I don't know. I don't like it. Honestly, bad if you want a good adult show that's not that kind of humor. I recommend maybe try Final Space if you like science fiction. Uh, so I'm like rekindling my interest in anime a little bit. I started watching Inuyasha again. Um, I've been on this itch to just watch older anime. So that and Hunter x Hunter and Yu Yu Hakusho. Like, I don't I don't really, I don't know, watch the new stuff, let alone am I really a TV person anymore. Like, okay, the only time I'm really kind of watching TV is maybe the news, but even with that, like I try to avoid me mainly because like politics just gives me a headache now. Like I just don't know like what to feel anymore with what's going on in the world. I'm going to bed. I have a lot on my mind, and it seems it's time for my brain to shut off. Have a good stream. Like, okay, Kat, please get the rest you need. Take your time with everything, and I will pray for you. Um, you don't have to go around confronting anybody right away, but please take all the time you need to reflect and give yourself time to just decompress and just relax your mind because I know what it's like to be in that position where others are like pushing you away or you feel like you're pushing away others and yeah, just give yourself time and things will fall into place. I forgot the hotkey for it. There you go. The eye patch is off. I suppose what you say makes sense with all the imagery, crash humor, and cruelty, but I do applaud it for at least not taking sides with their humor. Uh, yeah. Like I can't even like justify South Park. Um, like okay, I laughed at a few things like the World of Warcraft episode, which is really the extent of South Park that I've seen, and it definitely is accurate in the typical PC gamers and the ones that don't like do anything with themselves but just sit at home and play video games. So I mean, they're definitely not wrong in that matter, but I still cannot find myself interested in the show, let alone feel like it's a good show. Ads are none. Very good. Thank you for the save. I was muted the whole time. Hi, hi. Welcome to the stream soon today, Sharks. How are you? And thank you. What brings you to the stream? Made you think that I would always stay. Love the song, by the way. I love The Weeknd. I think The Weeknd is pretty good. Designs are crisp. Thank you. Gosh, I feel like I have not drawn in ages though. As I have not been good at completing works lately, but it's nice to know that it's still appreciated. No, I went to do something real quick. I was multitasking. So I had to mute, and I forgot that I was actually muted the whole time. But yeah, for those who are new, my name is Lightwind. I mainly stream art, but I do play some games sometimes on here. I am off of popular social media, so if you want to follow me anywhere, I am the most active in my Discord server. If you don't have that, I do have Kara. Kara's a relatively new-ish social media platform for artists primarily. If you don't like the AI garbage that Grok has, and well, I should say X. That X has Grok. I should say pretty much most popular social media platforms pretty much promote AI. And if you don't like any of that garbage and you're trying to be an artist, trying to promote your art, definitely recommend Kara. I don't want to go in Blue Sky because it's just Twitter 1.0. But yeah, I digress. I am on Kara. I'm trying to post on there whenever I complete pieces. And yeah, I hope to see you there. Otherwise, I'd also have a VGen for my art commissions. You could keep track of my status there. Your art has honestly inspired me a lot since I started being here. Oh, thank you, Villainous. Oh, that's weird. Hmm. Maybe not for you. I'm checking it now. Let me see. Yeah, that's strange. I'm not sure if it's because I put the emoji at the end there. Godbot. What the heck, Streamlabs? Why did you change your UI? This is confusing me. Okay, I think I found it. HTTPS. Hmm. No. I am very self-conscious of that. Nope. Not me. Let me try it again. Let's see. Okay, it should work now. I just fixed it. I just added more dashes. Okay, I don't know why they added this freaking Anita person, but the actual vocals by the Weeknd are pretty good in this song. But whoever this Anita person is, I hope she just falls off the face of the earth. She just sucks. That's the only reason I'm playing. Must have been an emoji. Yeah, yeah. It should work now. Let me know if it works. Because I just tried clicking and it's not a white screen anymore. I just don't know what she's saying anyways. Okay, good. I'm glad it works. Oh, I usually ask if I want song recommendations, but I don't usually do. I kind of discover music on my own, unless I ask. But thank you. Like I said, I don't have a name for it yet. Why is she holding the controller? She shouldn't be holding a controller. Whoa. Okay, there we go. That was, different. I don't know why she's holding a controller. I mean, I have the controller for when I'm playing games, but I'm not playing a game. This is my favorite song from his album, his new album. Thank you. Those days are over. I still have some of those costumes. Voices will tell me that I should carry on. Whenever that is. Thank you. I hope you have a good rest of your night. Thank you for hanging out. God bless. Is that right? Well, he's a fantastic mod. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Oh, I see. Well, I hope you feel better. What brings you to the stream? Oh, you're doing just fine. It's no worries at all. Yeah, because if you're on a Android at least, you gotta cancel through the Google Play app. It's pretty bad. Oh my. Oh my goodness! Thank you for the raid! Game Grotto. What an honor. What an honor indeed. Thank you, thank you. How was your stream? What did you stream? It's been a while. Hello, everyone. Thank you, thank you. Welcome in, welcome in. Do some drawings as well. Very nice. Wow. Thank you. Thank you for all the follows. For those who are brand new, welcome to the stream. My name is Lightwind. I am a variety Christian streamer. I pop in on camera every once in a while, but I do have several PNG tuber models. But I am primarily a variety streamer. God bless you guys. I hope you guys are having a blessed night or day, whatever time it is for you. If you haven't taken the time to take a break, take a stretch. If you have to call it a night, please go get some rest. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy your stay. What did you draw, by the way, Game Grotto? By the way, for anyone that is new, I do have a Discord server. 5th raid in a row, oh my gosh. Yeah, so I have a Discord server. I am not on any popular social media anymore, so if you want to follow me somewhere, I am on the Kara app. It's primarily a platform for artists. So if you're an artist, I definitely recommend going on there. There is no AI garbage on there. It's a great place to promote your art. Rather, it is small. It is a small community, so you won't get like crazy reception starting off, especially if you're new to promoting your art. But I liked it there, and I definitely recommend it for anyone that's trying to promote their work there. I mean, I could definitely recommend Blue Sky, but it's just kind of like Twitter 1.0 before X took over. And I don't know, X is just not a good place to promote your art, really. And I'm not on Instagram anymore. No TikTok, none of that stuff. I'm done with that. But yeah. You made some emotes? Very nice, very nice. Sorry, I went off on a tangent there about social media. Yeah, I need to get back on the emote grind. It's been a while. At least I have a good amount of follower and tier 1 emotes, but I definitely need to continue them. But thank you so much for follows, everyone. I hope you guys get the chance to join the server. I would love to stay in touch with you guys on there if you're interested. You're unfortunately East Coast, so I must head to bed. Hey, I'm East Coast too. I'm about to call it a night at midnight myself too. Oh shoot, it is midnight. Oh gosh. Well, I do need to hop off soon and head on out of here, but thank you again for the raid. But I'm gonna stick around a little bit longer. I want to finish where I left off on the lines. So, if only I didn't pick a low resolution to begin with to start lining it, we wouldn't be here right now. I would probably be far past this point. But these things happen. These things do indeed happen. Have a good night. Thank you for being here. You too, Game Grotto. Thank you so much for the raid. If you're not in the server already, please feel free to join. I would love to see your emotes. Or if you're on Discord in general, please, I want to see your work somehow. Hi, hi. Oh, yay. That's great to hear. See, I'm always mentioning this, but I do want to open up commission soon. Um, I'm like in the process of like trying to improve my style though and changing it a little bit. So once I have that like all set, I'm definitely gonna try to open up again. It's really me finding a balance between real life stuff and art and streaming. And that, my friends, is the daily struggle. But yeah, I appreciate it. This is small starter VTuber Christian. It's cool. It's cool. I personally don't identify myself as such. Um, I just I just kind of do my own thing. My model is a representation of my art. I don't see it as really much of anything else. I don't role play as my characters. Um, I just genuinely love designing characters. But I will, pop in every now and again as um either my model or base cam. So yeah. I feel like that's one thing a lot of people tend to get confused about my streams is that they think I'm a VTuber because I use a character, but I just kind of just do my own thing. Be real in spirit. That's the way to go. Plus labels are labels are overrated. I don't put myself in a box. It's boring to put yourself in a box. You're old. How old? I could be the judge of old. Looking at you, Gen Zs. Gen Zs are not old. Welcome back. Too quick. By internet terms, ancient Gen X. Okay. I mean, on a personal level, my closest coworkers are Gen X. And my parents are, well, boomers. So, I mean, nothing wrong with that. I respect it. Oregon Trail generation. I'm just a filthy millennial. Played Pong on the TV. Actually, I was being educated about a certain band, and maybe I just did not know about it, but now I have to find it. Hold on. Okay, yeah. My coworker earlier was educating me about the band Poison. I did not really grow up on their songs, so I was like, I had no clue what I was listening to. I at first, I so this is how it started off. I asked her, like, you like the country genre, right? And the song that was playing was "Every Rose Has Its Thorn." So I thought it sounded like a country song, but Poison is actually rock and roll. So I'm just like, wait, why does some of their songs sound very country though? OG rock and roll. OG rock and roll sounds like country. I was not aware of this. I thought OG rock and roll was more like, I don't know, Kiss, Rolling Stones, something along those lines. Twisted Sister, Guns N' Roses. Whoa, 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 Sweet Child of Mine. I'm Gen Z and we still drunk from the hose where it tastes better than the same. No, you're just not the sharpest tool in the shed, my dude. Def Leppard. I heard of Def Leppard. I don't know what their songs sound like though. I probably heard their songs and not realized that it was by Def Leppard. Oh, I know. People don't realize that there was more explicit songs being played back then than they realize. Oh, okay, please don't misunderstand. I'm not downplaying it sounded like country as it being bad music or anything like that. I just genuinely didn't know it would have been considered rock and roll back then, because I know like even with something like metal and pop could sound like a whole different genre in itself. That's why there's subgenres, and music is just crazy like that. Don't misunderstand. Sorry about that. I should have been more clear. I will say country is just not my favorite thing, but you know, gotta take inspiration from something, right? Ooh, Pink Floyd. I heard some songs. They're a bit weird for my taste, but I do appreciate some tracks. Like their music videos are weird, and some of the lyrics, they're like the writing of their lyrics, very interesting what they're going for. But yeah, they're a little out there, but I appreciate some of it. Meanwhile, Pink Floyd is like acid trip level or like body horror type of stuff. It's like, oh, okay, hold on. Hold up. My boomer dad is a musician. I can remember him playing Pink Floyd covers live. Oh, very cool. Envy, what's up? It's been a while. Hope you're doing good. I'm unfortunately about to wrap it up for the night very soon. I have work in the morning. I have to do I have to do some work for a wedding. For context, I work at a florist, so I'm like helping with like floral related work and whatnot. Ew, work. Listen, I'm trying to appreciate my job here. Excuse me. Excuse me. I like enjoy my life outside of streaming. Thank you very much. Oh, cute. You got emotes done? That's awesome, MV. Hi, hi, hi. I've been good, thank you. Good to see you back on. Yeah, yeah, I'm trying. I'm really trying to make an effort to stream more. And I apologize for those who have been like waiting around and looking forward to me streaming. I'm definitely trying to be more active on my Discord server too. I'm trying to like interact with all of you guys because I feel like I've been very lacking with that. Um it's the least I can do even though I work close to full time. I'm just I'm trying. Like I said, I'm not on popular social media anymore, so if you guys really want to like interact with me, I definitely encourage joining the Discord server. I have no intention of going back to popular social media anymore. Um, so the main thing I have now is Discord, YouTube, Kara, and yeah, that's about it. And Twitch, obviously. But yeah. Make sure your socials are doo doo. Hmm. You didn't feel like that before when I was telling you that I was leaving. Hmm. Did I have something to do with that mindset? You were doo doo. OPSEC? What's OPSEC? OPSEC? I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Um, Facebook sucks, by the way. That was like one of the first social media I ever deleted, other than maybe MySpace back in the day. Operational security. I love how you all replied simultaneously. Oh my gosh, okay, guys, calm down. I get it. I'm so close to deleting Facebook myself. You should. You should. What are you waiting for? Meta ain't gonna miss any of us, honey. The Zuck will Zuck your info. Exactly. Exactly. The only thing meta that I have. Telosmoff, thank you for the follow. Welcome in, welcome in. How are you? Have a great night. God bless you. Um, so yeah, the only thing meta that I have is like a personal account with WhatsApp. But yeah. My brother was army. Mark Zuckerberg is nothing but an interdimensional lizard. I will hear no slander of our reptile overlord. He's a for lack of a better term a gooner. That's such a cute LOL emo. He's just so happy. I love him. Oops. Did you did you commission someone to draw your emotes, Zero? Or I don't know if you draw yourself, but I'm just curious. One of the funny Zuckerberg stories is how he bought the home surrounding his, all for the sake of privacy. Yeah, that sounds like a very Zuckerberg thing to do. You commission someone from Etsy. Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard Etsy has some pretty solid artists on there. I got my Chocobo emote actually from an artist that primarily sells their emote commissions on there. Is my blue Chocobo. It took 5 days to compile all your data. My goodness, how long did you have it? So if it's since launch, when did you delete it? March this year. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Can I just hit the spacebar and move the canvas? Thank you. Goodness gracious. It was 30 gigabytes. Wow. I would say I'm going on 2 months without being on popular social media now. It's been great. It's been hard. It's been hard finding the temptation to go back. Uh and I say that because I do miss the features and some mutuals I did not get the chance to stay in touch with. But that's about it. Because if I did go back, honestly, I don't even know what I would do with it. I would probably just go back to square one and try to promote my art again, but I just know it's just not gonna like I don't know. It's not gonna do much for me. All that valuable time not spent wasted on social media. Yeah. Gonna keep things on constant until I figure out if it's something I want to continue doing without breaking the bank. Are you talking about like commissions and stuff? How do you even live not terminally online and doom scrolling happily? Again, I was talking about this for a little bit, but like back when I was just in a horrible place, like mentally. Oh my gosh, the amount of freaking reels I would come across on Instagram about relationships was insane. Like, this is a red flag, this is a red flag, this is a red flag, this is a red flag. Oh, I'm like, oh my gosh. Hold on. What about them being a Christian? Is that a red flag? And some of them are about like breakups, and I'm like, okay, this is the crap that I did not sign up for Instagram. I did not ask for this to be on my algorithm, and yet you're recommending me this crap. Stream assets and commissions, yeah, okay. Instagram is just a Temu T app. VTuber raid chains aren't a joke for getting followers. I looked up Salmson because of his short and he rated armor. She rated Frey. He rated Grotto and she rated you. Well, I hate to break it to you, but I don't identify myself as a VTuber. I'm being legit. Um, I kind of just do my own thing. Uh, I pop in on Facecam every once in a while, but I do have a PNG model that represents my artwork, and I design characters every once in a while too. So, yeah. This is the one streamer you're going to come across in this raid line that is not openly identifying themselves as a VTuber because I don't like putting myself in a box. Little did Game Grotto know, or any of the others knew. Yeah. Just figured I'd clarify. It's kind of, yeah, I don't like labels, first of all, and two, I feel like it's also like setting yourself to one fandom or a group of content creators. I will say that simply I'm just a Christian streamer and just leave it at that. Because, yeah. But I do follow Armor and I do follow Game Grotto, and they're really cool people. Maybe if anything, I probably interacted with Game Grotto less. Not because I don't want to, but mainly because I haven't really been tuning into too many streams, but I've been told a lot about them, and they seem really cool people. Just do as you fancy. Yeah, exactly, exactly. So it's cool being part of a huge freight train. Yeah, it's definitely an honor, and I appreciate that I got the reception from Game Grotto. It's always nice being rated by fellow mutuals, and especially if I haven't gotten the chance to interact with them in a while. I'm sure who I'm gonna end up rating tonight. Jasper Fox, thank you for the rate. Thank you for the rate. Thank you for the follow. Goodness, I'm getting tired now. I can't even read my interactions properly. Um, but yeah, I hope you're having a blessed night. Thank you for the follow. Again, for those who are brand new, feel free to join the Discord server. My name is Lightwind again. I am a Christian variety streamer. I tend to pop in on Facecam sometimes, but I do use a PNG model. I am showcasing my art. I mainly stream art, and I'll sometimes once in a while stream games. I am off of popular social media, so feel free to check me out on Kara. I'm even on VGen and YouTube. But yeah, I'm just noticing quite a few follows are popping in here and there, so I'm just gonna do my plug here and there. But yeah. Mm. Okay, Dan, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. I hope you have a blessed night and rest well. And hope to see you next time. Take care. Okay. I think this will have to do for tonight, guys. I really have to call it a night here. But it will not end there. I'm gonna check who's streaming now. Let me see. How long has he been streaming? Okay, an hour and a half. That's not bad. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and, as usual, raid Ray Ray Rahu. He's also a fellow Christian, and he streams art, mainly art. You guys would appreciate his art. He does like a very he tends to do like dark fantasy styled type of manga art, but he also does paintings, he does sketches, different studies and stuff. I think you guys would appreciate his work very much. I know I do. I've been following him for a couple of years now. But yeah, if you're not already in my Discord server, please, I urge you to join. I am the most active there, pretty much. But yeah, you guys have a good night. Thank you again, Game Grotto, for the follow. I mean, for the raids. I'm getting it all mixed up now. Thank you for the raid, and thank you for everyone that came from her community and tuned in to follow me, and as well as all the other new followers that came in potentially outside of her raid. But good night. I'll probably stream tomorrow night again. I'll keep you guys posted in the Discord server. Bye now. God bless.